You think you know me? Say I'm as cold-hearted as they come. You think I'm slowly cutting my ties with you, that I'm done. Here's what you don't know. Feelings, they grow slow. I've just been caring for mine. Now I can feel it. Now I believe it. Baby, tonight is the night. I'm gonna call you up in the name of love. Gonna call you up and tell you that
That's interesting. I don't have me on the webcam. Right, I'll try and get that sorted at a later point. But ladies and gentlemen, good day, hello and welcome to the World Adventure here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. This evening we have leg number 90. So we're going here from Brasilia to Cuiaba, which is the southern gate to the Amazon. I hope everyone is doing absolutely fantastically and has had an awesome day so far. As I said in the chat, I will actually be eating at some point on this stream, but it doesn't really matter because my webcam's decided it just doesn't want to show up in the bottom left. So as I said, I'll get that sorted at some point in the stream. I have no idea why it's doing that, but who knows? Technology, right? Anyway, I should see who we have with us this evening. I mean, you know. So we have Mr. Fozzie who says, "G'day, you slews." G'day, Fozzie, mate. Blackadder says, "Morning, Fozzie." Yeah, g'day, Blackadder. Only kidding. I know that it was just because Fozzie and you were the only ones here. Hope you are doing well, Tim. William Kelly is here. G'day, William. How you going, mate? Welcome to the stream. Wes is here, although he just says message retracted, so I'm just going to retract my message to Wes as well. So, moving on. Only joking. G'day, Wes, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Mr. David Jacko is here. He says, "G'day, dirty slews." Well, David, you would be the dirtiest slew of them all, so takes one to know one, I guess.
Oh, I like to do to her. Something I call a dirty fuzzy.
Unfortunately, Derek can't be with us this evening, but that is not a problem, you know. Life sucks like that sometimes. Nothing we can do about it. Mr. Calling Pigeon is here. Calling Pigeon, mate, welcome to the stream. And I just want to say before we go any further, a massive shout out to Calling Pigeon for scouting this route, finding a better route, finding a whole heap of freeware scenery for the route, and popping it all in the Discord. On top of all the work he's done with the virtual flight transmitter and little nav map and all those things, I cannot thank him enough for his amazing work. So shout out to you, Calling Pigeon, for just being an absolute all-round, complete and utter fucking legend. Short Round says, "Good morning, y'all." Good morning, Short Round. How you going, mate? Welcome to the stream. Viv Kanan says it's 4:45 p.m. in India. I mean, it's 10:20 p.m. here, but sounds like it actually these streams operate at a decent time for you there, Kanan. Hope you are doing well, mate. Welcome to the stream. Vruden says, "Good morning, pilots." Good morning, Vruden. How are you going today, mate? So it's an early one for you this morning. I do apologise for that. I know you're not going to be able to do every early morning stream like this, so especially since the time change. So thank you very much for being here so on time. It's very wonderful to see. Stu is here. G'day, Stu. How you going, mate? Welcome to the stream. Metas is here as well. G'day, Metas. Hope you are... Well, actually, it was probably not a bad time for you. I was about to say, hope you recovered from the late night Forza marathon yesterday evening, but probably wasn't late for you at all. So, anyway. Who else? Mr. Brett Plays is here. G'day. How you going, Brett? Welcome to the stream, mate. Fozzie says it's okay, we could use a break from your face. Not a problem, Fozzie, you say that again. I will break your face. Only kidding. Black Evo says, "My fuel reset itself to 50%, might pay to double check as it's a long flight." Yep, there you go, that's a good point. It is a long flight. It is 4 hours of continuous flying. Probably one of the longer legs that we will end up doing on this journey. Tony Barrow is here, says, "G'day, Bice." G'day, Bice. Yeah, I can't even say my own fucking name. Just popped in to say hi. He's just off to bed, so that means Tony's in his pajamas and thinking of us all. There's an image that you probably didn't want to have, but now you've got it. You're welcome. Yeah, Metas, I forget about the time difference. You know, even though it was 6 a.m. for me, it was probably only, what, 7 p.m. for you, so... Fozzie says, get my left side, my right side is my good side. That's a good comeback, Fozzie. I'll give you that one. I will give you that one. Wes is saying, it's okay, Bryce. We all know you're too famous to show your face. Okay. Sure. Me and my massive 231 other subscribers. I mean, don't know how I'm dealing with the fame, I'll be honest with you. No, trust me, it's, I have no idea what the hell's going on with, the webcam. But anyway, maybe I'll wait until I've eaten and then I'll sort out the webcam. And then that way, it's not going to be a case of you guys watching me eat. You're just going to get the ASMR instead, which I'm sure you guys will enjoy so much. Short round. Oh, yeah. So, calling Pigeon now, and don't hold me to this, because Discord likes to mess with me, but he should now be able to post in live and events. We were having some issues where it still wouldn't allow him, even though I gave him all the permissions to allow him. So I've basically just given him permission to do absolutely everything in the Discord, and hoping that might fix the problem. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, so let's apply some fuel and electricity to this aircraft. Not at the same time, because that's going to cause a fire. One followed by the other is probably the way to go about it. Okay, now give me some spinning of the blade, thank you. Alright, so we are full of ethanol, which, well, actually, is avgas, but this probably doesn't take avgas, never mind. Probably just takes common old garden petrol. Well, actually, no, never mind. I was going to say bloody hell, English? No. Just, if you've come to this stream expecting English, you're going to be severely disappointed, I'm just saying. I mean, I couldn't even say my own name before, so we're off to a good start here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are off to a good start. Right. Then I put the lights on, and then I put the flaps in. And so for this flight, because we are going to be flying close to 500 nautical miles or I think it's just over 500 nautical miles, the MSA is 5,000 feet, but I am actually going to go to about 12,000 feet. Just for fuel burn purposes and scenery purposes and above the weather purposes and speed purposes and many other different types of purposes and porpoises, I guess. Avgas is 110 octane, low lead, and that's what goes... Oh, so it does take avgas. Okay, cool. Fair enough. Glad I know what goes in my plane. That's probably slightly concerning. Right, so the active... Whoop, that's the wrong zoom. Let's try that one. Cool. Come on, play ball with me, Alan M. So, the active runways are the 11s. Obviously, I'd love to be putting 11s up the runway, but there's not enough power in the DA40 to complete that, so we're just going to have to take off on the 11s. And without further ado, I think that's enough of me talking about what we're going to do, and I now probably need to enact what we're going to do. Since the heli wants to only go full speed, you might climb. You're going to climb to 12,000. Figured I may as well finish that sentence in the same way that I started it, which was a complete and utter debacle. There we go. Hope this guy's got life insurance. Oh no, managed to miss him. Probably knocked him out with the wing, but I mean... That's probably easier to fix than a propeller blade to the face, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I don't know from experience. I don't tend to go around propellering people in the face if I can avoid it. It's usually quite messy. And the cleanup is, yeah, takes a long time to complete. Again, I promise you I'm not speaking from experience. Please, nobody call 000 or 911. I am not a criminal, I promise. Which is kind of a sentence that a criminal would say. But anyway... So, obviously, other than the camera not doing its camera-related things, let me know how things are. How's my voice? How's the music? How's the sim sounds? How's the ASMR from me eating that actually hasn't started yet? So, therefore, you can't answer that question. So, therefore, me asking it, well, it was just a waste of my breath. Alright, I'm hoping this taxiway goes onto the runway. That's what you want to hear your pilot say. We're taking this taxiway, we've got no idea where it goes. "10 out of 10. Are we giving a review on the sounds there, David? Or did you look at yourself in the mirror? So for a bit of fuel conservation as well, we have an extremely long runway here. So I'm just going to give it sort of like 80% throttle. Just enjoy a nice low and slow takeoff. I mean, it's like smoking meat, except it's an aircraft. Although if your aircraft does start smoking, can I recommend not... Well, actually, I was going to say, can I recommend not trying to eat it? Can I recommend not trying to eat your aircraft at any point in time? And if it's smoking, please seek help. Both? Oh, okay, Dave, not a problem. This red soil is really quite nice. As I was saying in the stream when we were coming down here, it reminds me a lot of Darwin in Australia and the approach to Darwin. Right, I think we are almost at 500 feet, so then we can enact the autopilot, sort out smashing a bit more food, and then focus on why this webcam is not showing up. Because I've already played with all the buttons that would usually potentially hide the webcam and moved it around, and nothing is working. So, who knows? I've got a backup webcam anyway if we need it. It's not a problem there. Otherwise, you guys might actually end up having a stream where you just can't see me, which... you know, as a few of you mentioned already, is not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, it could possibly be the virtual green screen causing issues there, Vruden. There's actually a chance that because it wouldn't be the first time that the virtual green screens made my Streamlabs do funny things. It's usually, you know, it's foolproof 95% of the time. It's just that 5% that it lets me down, but that's alright. That is all right. You see me? I'm very small. Could see something before, just not your chair. What are you talking about? Anyway, I'm going to provide some ASMR now. Alright, looking pretty decent so far. I think we're about to make a... Hang on, let me get my bearings right here. We're about to make a right-hand turn back over the city, I believe. Possibly, maybe. Hey, Tanana says, hi there, can't sleep, gotta take Dad to the doctors tomorrow. I mean, neither of those things sound like a good thing. I was trying to think of a better way to word that, but, I mean, already I've failed to say basic words, including my own name on this stream, so, I mean, you know, I think I've cooked my brain with the with Forza Horizon 5 and just staying up way too late playing that. Oh, it's a scheduled appointment. Okay. That's slightly better news and information. Alright, I know what the issue with the webcam is. The stream is going to go buffery for 2 seconds whilst I fix that. I'm here! Easy fix. I mean, it was an easy fix because it was a fix that was a problem in the fact that I didn't actually open the program that runs the virtual green screen. So that's why it was such an easy fix. I just had to, but I can't open that program whilst Streamlabs is open because it recognizes that Streamlabs is already using the webcam even though it's not. Yeah. Oh, Wes, I didn't realise that you looked at the photo on your wall there, mate. Yeah, don't worry, Tanana. I'm pretty sure David's just got like photos of me on his wall at home or some weird shit like that. If you've got a face for radio, do you have a voice for radio, though? Because if you do, you've probably got a pretty successful career coming up in radio. Wonderful, David. Wonderful. That's exactly what I wanted to read. I did not, Brett. No. But, to be fair, my Stream Deck that arrived a couple of days ago, that I'm still playing with, that, sat at the sort of warehouse depot for the area that I live in for almost a week, just not moving. So it wouldn't surprise me if the coffee mug is also at the same depot, just chilling out, relaxing by the pool with a drink in its hand, waiting to be moved on to the next location. As is always the case, Calling Pigeon goes to the effort of all the scenery and all that wonderful stuff, and then Brazil just goes, here, have some cloud. You can't see shit. Haha. Yeah. Just reading what you wrote there, Tanana. I just need to keep an eye on my altitude, because as soon as we get to cruising level, I obviously want to back the power off a little bit because, well, fuel burn and all that. In fact, seeing as the clouds are being such a see you next Tuesday, I'm just going to go to the optimal cruising altitude for long distance flights in the DA40, which is 14,000 feet. And then if the scenery returns below us, we'll go back down to like 6,000 or whatever, so we can get a nice view of what's going on below. Can we see anything through those clouds? I mean, the ground, I guess. That's a shame. I'm gonna have to come back and check out this scenery in my own time, because the glimpse that I saw off to the left when we were taking off was pretty cool. Like the photogrammetric scenery that is down there. So yeah, I want to go check that out in my own time, seeing it's Brasilia and the weather has just been like, nope, you can't see shit, boy. Yeah, so Tanana, we try to use live weather wherever possible. If this cloud continues for the whole flight, I will turn it off for a while just so we can enjoy the scenery that is below us. But yeah, you know, 95% of the time we do try to stick to live weather unless, you know, it's negatively affecting the simulation experience. Tanana, they've already patched that. And look, I can understand why they patched that or stopped that from being a thing, because obviously Microsoft and Google are the two biggest competitors when it comes to online maps kind of thing. And had they have not done something about that, I'm very sure Google would have come along very fast and said, that's not okay, you're screwed, kind of thing. So but yeah, the information I've received is that you can no longer use that mod already. Hey, William, I don't know, but I guess, does it hurt to wait and see? I mean, either way, if you really want the Hawk T1, you know how much it costs, and you know how much it could potentially cost. And if you can get it for a discount off that, I feel like you're winning. And if that means waiting, you know, another 4 weeks or whatever, or 3 weeks for a sale, I feel like the potential positives outweigh the negatives. And then if you do get to that point and they don't have it for sale, well, at least you know how much it was. You've got the money there because you've pre-planned. You can buy it. That's the way I look at aircraft add-ons and scenery add-ons and stuff like that. Especially when we're coming up to, like, you know, Easter and Black Friday and Thanksgiving. And I know Black Friday is usually around Thanksgiving, which is not even a thing in Australia, but we still get the sales, so it's great. Christmas, New Year, all that stuff. Whenever they bring up a sale, or I know that there's sales coming up, I always make sure that the money is there for the full price piece, but I just wait anyway. And then if it doesn't go on sale, well, guess what? I can still buy it. And if it does go on sale, well, I can buy it and I can buy something else as well. It's alright, William. All good, mate. Trust me when I say this, there's nobody with a gun to your head saying, you've got to buy this piece of software now, boy, or else. Do it whenever you want. And I'm cheap as well. I'm a cheap ass as well. Very good with, you know, very frugal with the money, etc. So I get it. That's why I usually tend to limit myself to sort of a couple of aircraft per month, unless the stream donations go completely bonkers, in which case then I go more, because, well, makes sense. So Blackadder, I'm actually thinking of getting the Connie because the price is going to go up with every development phase. But those who have already got it at the early access don't have to pay any more in the future. So I'm really considering getting it and helping them with bug fixes and all that by going, I noticed this, I noticed that, etc., etc. Straight away, and I want to be able to obviously do a how to fly video on the Connie like I did on the DC6. Shout out to Black Evo and Wes for the assistance with that. Both are coming as far as I know, Tanana. They should be here in the next couple of months. So there's going to be a huge flurry of aircraft in the next probably 4 months or so. Between now and March, you'll probably see a lot of aircraft coming out. Probably in excess of $1,000 worth of payware aircraft easily. No, William, so the biggest reason why the Connie is so expensive for what it is at this early stage is because Red Wing Simulations is a 3-person development team. So they've already said the whole aim for the Connie is to be a competitor to the PMDG DC6 in terms of, you know, quality and functionality and all that sort of stuff. But they can't achieve that as a 3-man team on their own. So they've priced it at $50 as opposed to I think the $80 that the DC6 is, to get those avid simmers into the aircraft and flying it around and doing testing and helping them out behind the scenes. And their reward is that they get the full aircraft once it's finished development in however many months' time, for the price that they originally paid. That's all they'll end up paying, whereas when it is released in full release to the market, it's going to be around the same price as the DC6. No, so they're not competing as such. When I say like the DC6, I mean quality-wise. Red Wings is trying to offer another old-school 1940s 4-engine piston radial powered aircraft for a similar price point as what PMDG has done, but as I said, they're only a 3-man development team, so it's a lot more difficult, whereas PMDG is this huge company in the scheme of flight sim developers. Yeah, so the Kodiak is due, the MD-80 is due, the Twin Otter is due. The PMDG 737 is due. The BAE 146 is due. The Fokker F28 is due. Pretty sure the Aeroplane Heaven DC3 is due. I mean, there is going to be so many aircraft throughout Christmas and the New Year period. Yeah, absolutely they are, William. They are small, but I'm pretty sure they're more than just 3 people. SimWorks Studios, maybe not. SimWorks Studios might be of a similar size. Milviz, I believe, is a little bit bigger than 3 people, simply because Milviz has already been able to churn out 3 or 4 aircraft since the sim was released, whereas Red Wing, as far as I'm concerned, and please somebody tell me if I'm wrong on this, I believe Red Wing has been working on the DC6, the Connie, since last year, and they've only now just got to this position. I could be wrong. The ATRs, so the ATRs are Microsoft Flight Simulator and Asobo themselves, so no doubt they're not going to come in this sim update that's being released in 3 or 4 days time, the Reno Air Races one, and they're not coming in the game of the year. So I would say the ATRs and all that sort of stuff will probably come out in the first sim update for 2022. I don't know that, but I'm just sort of, because the first sim update for 2022 probably won't be until February. Yeah. Absolutely, Blackadder. So all of these aircraft I'm going to try and get my hands on and try and do some sort of first look, review, flight, whatever with them. I don't know how successful that will actually be, and I don't know how far my finances will allow me to go depending on how these aircraft, how much these aircraft cost. I will also look to do simplified flying tutorials of each and every one of them, especially the ones that are very much geared towards study level, e.g. the PMDG 737 and the Just Flight BAE 146. I don't know, obviously the Red Wing Simulations Connie is going to be a study level eventually. At the moment it is not. Yeah, to be honest with you, Blackadder, I'm surprised as well, and I don't know what to think because Aeroplane Heaven is releasing it, and Aeroplane Heaven's first aircraft, which was the Lockheed Electra, was okay. Certainly not bad, but certainly not good. I mean, it was priced sort of in the mid-range area, so I guess that's not really surprising. But I honestly hope they put more time and effort into the DC-3, and I honestly would like to think that the reason that the Lockheed Electra wasn't this amazing study level aircraft from them was because they were putting 90% of their time and development and effort and everything into the DC-3. That's just me being more hopeful than probably what's actually occurring, but I think the whole sim community would like to at least think something like that as well. Aeroplane Heaven has definitely done some fantastic aircraft over the years, so they're very much capable of releasing an absolutely stunning aircraft. I agree with you, Black Evo. They, honestly, because Aeroplane Heaven's Spitfire is quite good. Honestly, they probably should have released the Spitfire when they did, worked more on the Electra, and released that maybe after Sim Update 7. And then focused on the DC-3, because I feel like a lot of these companies have, because of the hiatus in time between, you know, X-Plane 11 was the most recent sim prior to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and that's going back quite a few years, you know, at least 6 or 7, if not more. I think it's actually more. So I think a lot of these companies have almost forgotten is a bad choice of words, but it's the one I'm going to use. That us simmers, especially the hardcore simmers who really enjoy aircraft that go into great levels of detail, is what we want. And we don't mind paying the money or waiting the time for those aircraft to come. You know, like, all of us are extremely keen for the PMDG 737, but I'll tell you right now, at least from my perspective, if PMDG came out tomorrow and said, we can't release the 737 to March due to issues with the SDK and it doesn't quite meet our requirements yet, etc., etc., fantastic. That is awesome. It means they give a shit about the quality of the product they are releasing. And that is something I view as really important, especially with these, you know, aircraft that command prices of close to $100 in some countries' currencies. If I'm going to spend $100 on an aircraft, I want that thing to be the best aircraft that it can be. And if that means I need to wait an extra 3 months for it, well, you know. Believe it or not, Tanana, it's mid-November, so we are 2 weeks from the start of summer, right? And the current temperature outside is 3.7 Celsius. I almost feel like we're back in July at this point. Yeah, Black Evo, that's exactly what I think Airplane Heaven should have done with the Electra. They should have gone, you know what? Spitfire is going to be in a position to be released when we originally said, so we'll release the Spitfire, we'll delay the Electra, we'll move the DC-3 back a little bit to compensate. They should have just come out, been honest, said, this is the situation, sorry, it's out of our control. None of us are going to argue with that. You know it's concerning when Stews in Scotland has warmer weather as they're going into winter than us Australians do going into summer. Considering Australia is one of the hottest countries in the world during the summertime, regularly seeing temperatures of 40 degrees Celsius or more. Thank you very much, Black Evo, for the service you provide for the for making sure that everybody stays nice and warm in the world. Yes, but to be fair, Tanana, you're also not outside, are you? I am outside. Well, I may as well be outside. I've got a concrete floor and the back door's open for a certain furball to have access to the to her toilet. Oh yeah, you know the world's in an interesting place when Fozzie's quoting his temperatures in Celsius. Let me guess, Fozzie, you probably had to Google that and figure it out, didn't you? David, that's actually quite interesting, isn't it, Dave? You are, as the crow flies, so I'm not taking into account, you know, the roads and all that. I'd say as the crow flies, you are what, 150 kilometers from me, Dave, give or take? You're 9 degrees and I'm 3.7. Have I got my transmitter running? That is a fantastic question. I've got it open. I know that doesn't really answer your question. I've got it running now. Dave are basically at sea level. I'll be a bit higher. Actually, I'd be interested to see what the difference is. Oh, geez, that was a surprising one. Couldn't even get the microphone muted for that. Do apologise. Yeah, so your elevation is 26 feet. And I'm at 500 feet. Plus a little bit extra because I live up in the hilly area, so I'm probably at 600 feet or more. So yes, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, okay, there you go. So 6 feet versus about 600 feet. So yeah, that would certainly make a difference, not to mention that where I live is surrounded by 2 mountain ranges and we're in the valley, so that probably doesn't help either. Also, whilst I've got you here, Tanana, if I'm not mistaken, where you live in Alaska, Fairbanks, or you live close to Fairbanks, I believe, or it's your nearest major city, or something like that. I don't remember 100% exactly. You have a suburb just outside of there called North Pole, correct? Okay, cool. So I'm not being given false information. That's good. Just because I'm trying to come up with a stream for the week before Christmas that is not related to this world trip. And that's just confirmed the flight that we're going to do for that stream. I just needed to ask that question, that's all. On little nav map, it says that I am traveling at the same speed as Black Evo, and yet on little nav map, Black Evo is pulling away from me. So either the sim or little nav map is lying. Sitting here, spacing out, Bruden. I mean, that's not ideal flying a helicopter. I mean, you're gonna have to land that thing at some point. I want to just have a quick look on windy.com and see what is the deal with the weather in and around this part of the world, and see if we're going to get any improvement in weather on our journey. There's Brasilia. We are going to... there. So... there should be absolutely no rain along here for our whole flight, supposedly. There is going to be cloud though until just after Barra do Caracas, which is a little bit in the distance, supposedly. If the sim's weather is 100% accurate, that is. Ah, I see, Vruden. Well, yeah, as I did say, I knew this stream would be a very early one for you. I will obviously try to avoid that where possible. I should have more than enough. I mean, you let me know how you feel. Let me know how you're going, rather, with the fuel calculation there, Black Evo. But I should be fine, because supposedly at 14,000 feet at 75% engine throttle, this plane can do nearly 1,000 nautical miles. That's what they say. So fuel flow of gallons per hour is currently 6.6. So I need to do just want to confirm my fuel isn't going to completely disappear. I don't think it will, but that should come back as we get lighter as well. Should be fine. Should be fine, hopefully. My fuel flow should come a long way back once we burn a little bit of fuel as well, because we're currently at MTO, or we were at MTOW when we left Brasilia. 3 hours to destination at this speed. Yeah, okay, that makes, yeah, if that's the case, I've got more than enough fuel. I have enough fuel for still another 5 and a bit hours of flying. And that's at this current weight. So in actual case, I probably have enough fuel for in excess of 6 hours of flying still. Right, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm just going to go put the rest of my leftover food in the fridge so it doesn't go bad, so I can still eat it tomorrow without causing a problem. Literally, the fridge is just round the corner, so it'll be like 30 seconds. Somebody can even count down if they need to. Told ya. I was back here when you guys were still counting down. Just saying. Just because the stream takes a while for me to show up on the webcam. No bombs on these flights, David. That's extremely inappropriate. You didn't do anything. No, not at all. I don't have a pair of eyes anymore, Wes, and I can't see that you've done things. Absolutely not. Excuses, I'll give you excuses, boy. Stupid skin on my finger. Just decided it didn't want to be part of it, my finger anymore. Not that. Not those types of yibbida. That's all, folks. Not those types of excuses, Wes. That's disturbing. Why are you so disturbed, boy? plot twist. Where's is one of the kids you work with? I mean, he's not, but just sounded like a good story. That's a really interesting question, David. Not one I'm sure I know how to answer. I'll be honest with you. Yeah.
You know what I like to do to her? Something I call a dirty fuzzy. So the city we're currently passing over is the 10th largest city in Brazil, with a population of almost 3 million people. And it's one of the world's most important economic hubs for medicine and fashion, which is interesting, actually. I wouldn't have expected a city in the middle of central western Brazil to be, but there you go. And it has the second largest green area per inhabitant in the world after Edmonton in Canada. This conversation is very interesting to come back into after reading some of the facts of the area that we're currently flying over. No, so Brasilia is where we took off from, Tanana. We are currently flying, and I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this. Goiânia. Yeah, probably Goiânia. In a minute, that's all you guys are going to be doing, because every single one of you is going to get timed out. GC Bounds says, hello, just wanted to drop in and say hi and bye. Got to go to school, not a problem. GC Bounds, mate, have a great day. Try not to be too much of a dirty slew. Yeah, I mean, that's the only life advice I have for you, really. It's probably not very beneficial, and I feel like school's probably going to teach you more than what I just did today. But anyway. You'll gladly pally whack-a-mole. I'm assuming you said gladly play. But, I quite like gladly pally. So, David, are you talking about the little yellow fluffy ones that go tweet tweet and cheek cheek, or? No, not that, Tanana. Let me put it in there. Hang on, sorry, Wes. We are all mature. Wes, I think you've got the wrong stream there, mate. I just don't understand what you're talking about. Can you give more of a definition, elaborate, maybe educate us on what exactly you're talking about when you say mature? Wes is trying to make it all about him. Now, well, Drew's not here to make it all about him, so I guess Wes has got to take the reins. Yeehaw! Nay! Actually, Wes, it'd be really good if you can take the reins. More specifically, can you take the clouds that may be about to perform the rain away from where we're flying so that we can see the scenery? I mean, I guess that's kind of taking the reins, isn't it? It's a different type of rain, but this one makes you wet, the other one you whip. Actually, both of those rains technically makes you wet if you're in the right mood, I guess. Never mind. You thought this was a pro aviator flies around the world. Well, that just goes to prove how delusional you are, Wes. You thought that I was a pro aviator. I've been mistaken for a lot of things in life. That's a new level of mistake. Bloody hell, Vruden. You know what, Vruden? For, as a Christmas gift, I'm going to get you one of those jack-in-the-boxes that you wind up, seeing as you like to wind everybody up over random shit all the time, and then you can maybe just, you know, play with that instead. Wes, I'm going to give you the political response. I can't recall. Sounds like it would entertain you for... I can just imagine you now, Vruden. Beer in one hand, Jack-in-the-Box in the other. Actually, beer in one hand and Jack-in-the-Box in the other sounds like a tasty evening. I see what you mean now, Vruden. I was going to say, Tanana, I can point him to the to a website that might be able to provide him with that.
do a God, okay. Do Jack in the Box with one hand. I see. Obviously, Jack's a very small man, or it's a very large box. So now it's just starting to sound like some sort of weird fetish, William. You can do Jack in the Box with one hand, and you can even do the fries. I mean, I've heard of hot dog down a hallway, but this is next level. This is Jack in the Box down a hallway. You need to maintain your reputation. Unfortunately, William, by joining these streams, your reputation went way out the window. Basically, the minute you came along. Sorry, I probably didn't detail that to you at the start, but basically you are now one of us. One of us. And what's in his box when you're done with him, David? Yeah, exactly, William. Except not quite. Not quite to that level of extreme. Has anybody tried out the Freeware Vans RV7? I'll be honest with you, I don't even know what the Freeware Vans RV7 is. So we're going to Google it. Ah, I see. It appears as if it's a FSX conversion, so just keep that in mind if you weren't aware of that. You guys all concern the hell out of me sometimes. Yeah, it's quite a good-looking plane, actually. I'll give that to it. Well, if you are going to try it, Will, you'll need to let us know what you think. Because, as I said, even though it's an FSX conversion, it looks pretty decent. Obviously, one of the later aircraft that was released for FSX. So...
get a skippy up here. So basically I need to get a bush kangaroo up me. That sentence could be construed in many different ways, shapes and forms. Are you flying it now? West from Dawson. Wouldn't have a clue where Dawson is, but I'm only going to assume it is in America. Ah! It's in Montana. Or is it in Yukon? Or is it in BC? There's a lot of Dawson airports in North America, it turns out. Okay, it's in Alaska, so it's in none of those places I just mentioned. Awesome. So there's even more than what the internet tells me. Cool. I feel like this song is just a little bit too sleep-inducing. Fuck off. You're kidding.
You got me loose. My heart was troubled, now I'm fine.
Okay.
Sky is blue, the snow is gone now from the streets. Oh, so soon we'll be blessed with summertime. Do you hear the blackbird? Do you feel it in you? Must be feeling something. Maybe it's the thrill of the spring. Maybe it's a love thing. Nothing ever happened. I'm still waiting. I close my eyes. Imagination's got me high. Sky is blue, the doubt is gone up from my mind. Maybe soon I'll have your body up on mine. Do you hear the blackbird? Do you feel it in you? Must be feeling something. Maybe it's the thrill of the spring. Maybe it's a love thing. Do you hear the blackbird? Do you feel it in you? Must be feeling something. Maybe it's the thrill of the spring. Maybe it's a love thing. Do you hear that? Do you hear? Do you hear? Do you hear? Do you hear that? Do you hear the blackbird? Do you feel it in you? Must be feeling something. Maybe it's the thrill of the spring. Maybe it's a love thing. Do you hear the blackbird?
There will be a time when you and me finally can talk. If you speak now, your words will only tear us apart. I pray you'll find a way to mend your broken heart. Yeah, you can show me a new place to start. And you decide if you wanna play pretend. And you decide if you wanna see me again. 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 You wanna see me again. There are some thoughts I can't avoid. I try to fight them all. So I won't speak right now, 'cause words will tear us apart. I pray to God I find a way to mend my broken heart. Yeah, wanna show you a new place to start, place to start. But you decide if you wanna play pretend. And you decide if you wanna see me again. If you wanna see me again. If you wanna see me again. 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 Decide if you wanna play pretend. Oh yeah. And you decide if you wanna see me again. If you wanna see me again.
I know that I should keep it cool, babe. Not lose my swag and play the fool, babe. Just play the game and hold on, maybe. But I'm done with the waiting, done with the waiting. I'm done with playing nice. Now look me in the eyes. Tell me, tell me, tell me what you see inside. Not gonna ask you twice. Not looking for your lies. Tell me, do you wanna go?
I'm back, and the airport that we have chosen to park from seems to be in the middle of a torrential thunderstorm with some pretty significant winds. So I need to just figure out which runway end I'm going to be taking off on. Right, got a taxi down all the way to the other end. Fantastic. Exactly what one wants. I really need to get myself a new GPU with streaming, because this GPU just cannot handle, especially when I put scenery add-ons in. When I start streaming, situations like what occurred before occurred, and I should remember that I always need to turn my graphics down slightly if I put a scenery add-on and I'm going to stream it. And I never remember to do that, and I really should. I'm not rushing to taxi down to the other end of the runway, because the only real airport that was sort of anywhere near the flight plan was this one, which is a little bit ahead of where everybody was. So I'm in no rush to taxi down to the other end. Black Evo says, sorry, can't afford to. Black Evo, if you were to donate $2,500 to me, I would send it back. So I'd be like, that's not allowed. That's too much money. I can't accept that. Physically can't accept that. I struggled enough with the $400 you donated for the stream deck. So don't go getting any ideas. That's not ideal, Fozzie. That is not ideal. You don't really want to have it looking like this. I guess the only difference is here, where we are in the sim, is 23 degrees Celsius. Fozzie says, speaking of which, did you get that yet, your stream deck? Yes, Fozzie, we spoke about it at the start of the stream, mate. I'm still in the process of setting it up, though, because it's just mind-boggling what it can do. It's going to take me a good few hours to actually get my head around what I want to be able to do for these streams. So should hopefully be operational in the streams. The worst case scenario from next week's streams. I am trying to aim to have it operational for cooking on the fly, though. The next one, which is sad to maybe. It's good that I know when my own streams are, isn't it? I believe so, Stu, yeah. About that for a 3080. It's alright, it's just something I've got to save some cash money for, to, you know. Now that I'm back working in the kitchen,
something I'll be able to do. I just have to remember, if I'm going to be running add-on scenery, I need to turn the graphics down ever so slightly when I'm streaming, because streaming takes extra GPU, especially seeing as I'm running a lot of programs on all of my screens, which is pushing the GPU even further again. I don't even remember these songs being added. Alright, just seeing as my flying speed is usually quite slowly, I'm not actually going to hang around and wait here. I am going to go for it. I don't have to be so worried about the conservation of fuel anymore either, because, well, I was able to refill when I was on the ground here. Because, well, yeah. Would I take a small GA aircraft up in this current weather? No. Is the short answer that I can give. Absolutely not. Alright. Right, there we go. All good. We are up and away. Yes, Bruden, that's exactly what I'm waiting for. Can I have it, please, now? I got him up at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's what's wrong with him. Alright, now that we are up and away, I'm going to hope and pray that the sim doesn't give me another crash, and I will return in a couple of minutes. Do a good old stretch of all the body parts, and yeah. Alrighty. Okay, I feel like that was possibly a little bit too much over the top. My bad. But I'm back. So, g'day. We're still climbing. Wow, what a surprise that is. Can't see shit. So we're currently flying CSS, not VFR or IFR, CSS. Can't see shit. Yeah, hey, g'day, going. G'day. And I don't blame you, Darwin. I feel like every single flight that we've done so far in Brazil, including the flight to Brazil, on this second part of Brazil, the journey through Brazil, is just thunderbolt and lightning and kung fu fighting and all of those things. Might need to still go to 14,000 here though, just because of the to avoid the clouds. MSA Garwin is 5,000 feet, mate. 5,000 of them. What size the feet are, I don't know. This 5,000 of my feet is going to be bigger than 5,000 of somebody else's feet. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you look out to your right, you'll see cloud. And if you look straight ahead, you'll see cloud. And if you look out to your left, you will see cloud. And if you look behind, you will, not that you can really look behind in an aircraft, but, you know, I just forgot to install rear view mirrors on this one. Cloud. And if you look below, cloud. And if you look above, cloud. So, I don't know where I was going with that, but if this was a scenic flight, I'd be asking for my money back. I'm not bragging, Garwin. I don't like having as big a feet as I do, because it can sometimes be, well, let's just say we don't get the same selection of shoes that, say, somebody with a size 10 foot does. Or they cost an extra $50 more than the ones that are size 10, because they just don't make as many of them. Sure, it has nothing to do with what they say about a man with big feet. not where I was going with that. No, but I'll gladly take. I'll gladly take the compliment. Tanana, I'm the same. 13, that is. Oh, look! There's a break in the clouds and we can actually see what's going on below, which is green. Wow, various shades of grass and farmland. Very worthwhile view through the clouds there. Take a picture, it'll last longer because not going to see much more in about another couple of minutes. Chicken to top. That sounds like a food. What did you order for dinner? I ordered the chicken from Tok. Or chicken to Tok. Or chicken to Tok? Oh, I don't know. I'm way over analysing this, which is normal. So, don't know why I'm surprised, honestly. Chicken is the last stop and then you have to have a sing-off. Who are you having a sing-off with, William? Pretty sure you meant sign-off, but now you've basically put yourself in a position where you're going to have a sing-off with somebody. Sing-off starts with the host. Well, I mean, you're the one who challenged, I don't know who, to sing-off, so technically doesn't that make you the host of that? I'm desperately trying to use reverse psychology here, and it's probably not working, but Chicken is a gas station and a bar with an airstrip on the summer road to Canada. He'll be singing for his dinner. I want chicken tonight, chicken tonight. I don't know if that was only an Australian thing. If so, all the other people, the Europeans and the Americans, probably like, what the fuck is wrong with this bloke right now? And I mean, I'm surprised you guys don't ask that question more. Oh, Bruden. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm afraid of. The copyright strike. 100%. Not the lawsuit for hearing damage, the copyright strike. Had the same ad campaign? Okay, good. I'm glad I don't look like too much of a crazy nutcase. Well, at least this time round anyway. I'm sure I'll make up for it. Okay, so it turns out it was a global thing. There we go. Sweet, cool. Alright. I'll need to make a note of that on my whiteboard on the 16th of November at 12:12 a.m. For once, I wasn't the nutcase on the stream. That'll be the first addition to that diary. Diary? Sure.
Someone says, if you want to stream the radio in Forza Horizon 5, just use the classic. Oh! Okay, Garwin, I see. I should actually play the game with the radio on when I'm not streaming or making videos, shouldn't I? Because I've heard that the music that is included in that game has got supposedly one of the best soundtracks ever in a game. Funny radio though, Garwin. I was never contacted by Turn 10 Studios to voice the radio for them though, so I feel like that's can't possibly be as funny as me, can he? Oh, I can't even say that with a straight face. Best soundtrack ever in a game was Killer Instinct. I haven't actually played that, and I feel like maybe I'm now going to get roasted by Garland for that. The good news, I guess, in that is there's plenty of fat for him to render during the roasting process, so the flavour will be good, as will the moistness, the texture, the whatever. Just stop whilst I'm ahead, hey? Yeah, cool. Well, you know, Bruden, it takes one to know one, so I guess you'd be the expert. Not only did you get to use that joke again, you then had it used back on you. Ah, so it's a while ago. Okay. If we're talking old school games with good soundtracks, one of my childhood games with one of the best soundtracks, other than obviously GTA San Andreas, which has some hilarious shit included within the radio stations and stuff on there, was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. You're offended, Bruton? That's alright. You and all the other snowflakes of the world can all get together and have a party. And you can all talk about your safe spaces and all that. Turn the music off in every game, always have. Bruton, is that how joyless and lifeless gaming needs to be for you, or only joking? I feel like that was going possibly a little bit too much down the pathway of harsh. I'm honestly surprised that yourself, as a car guy, is not playing Forza Horizon 5. I get the feeling it would be up your alley. Posted the link in Dicko for the music. No worries, I'll have a look in Dicko at the end of the stream. Yeah, Blackadder, you'll know the way around all the important places, especially chicken. The place where you go to get well fed. Not to... Just had a look in my Discord, and whatever Wes is flying right now looks like a Concorde. Darwin. Okay, I'll let you be this time, Darwin. Just this time, though, alright? Ah! Flying the Bandit. I see. Yeah, I mean, Bruton, I was honestly surprised to see you up at 6 a.m, mate. Our next city that we are going to be traversing over, probably a little bit of a exotic way of, but anyway. I didn't even finish that sentence, which is good. I'm looking at the wrong things, going, what the hell am I looking at? Which I guess makes sense. What do you mean? Oh, right, because I typed it in wrong. Cool. So, let me try that again. The next location that we're going to be flying over, which is still a little bit of a distance away, is Rhondapolis, which sounds incredibly Greek for a Brazilian city, but anyway. So this place has only got 250,000 people in it, so significantly smaller than the other ones that we went over. Doesn't actually, I have no notes about Rhondapolis other than the fact that it's called Rhondapolis and it's in Brazil and it has 250,000 people. So I'm sure that was all very worthwhile for you guys to hear. Yeah, only 250,000. Well, compared to where we flew over before that had 3 million, and Brasilia, where we took off from, which has... How many again does it have? It has... Answer is still loading. 4.5 million. And then where are we going again? Where are we going again? That's a comforting sentence.
And that place has how many people? Not very good at checking my own notes here. So, our destination has 1 million people. You want to see where it is? Sure. I think I've got a thing in my thing. I do. The question is, will it show up? There you go. I'll zoom out a little bit. So there's our destination, Cuiaba. That's where we came from, Brasilia, and then that's zoomed itself back in because whoa, that's way too far. And then over here down on the coast is Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. So we're actually not far from the border with Bolivia. Got to remember to change that to this. Oh, there we go. That works. Good. Very good. Yes, Manaus we did actually go to when we were going down the coast of Brazil a couple of months back. Manaus was the first place, or Manaus, was the first place that we arrived at in Brazil, I believe. And then we flew along the Amazon River, I think. Exactly, Garland. When my baby smiles at me, I go to Rio de Janeiro. Not a problem, right? Oh, good, mate. Nobody's ever really thanked me for my thoughts, so that's an interesting... although my thoughts are never really about developers and planes, so I guess that's probably got a lot to do with it. Anyway, mate, you have a good one. Look after yourself, etc., all the important things. And I'm sure I will speak with you in relative... I don't know where... I can't think of a word to describe that, so I'm just going to say I'll speak to you soon. Because that sentence just got way too complex for my sleep-starved brain. So Tanana is 200 miles northwest of Chicken, so that means that he is in 5 or wing, depending on which way the Chicken is facing, I guess. Is that why you're being so ornery today? Sleep deprivation. I mean... maybe? I guess the question is, Bruden, am I the one who's being ornery today? Or are you the one who's being ornery today? Or are we being ornery together? Sounds like wherever you're from, Tanana, is just a delicious menu. So for entree, you're gonna have the chicken, and
And then for main course, you get the moose chuck roast. And then for dessert, we're going to be having some beaver tail. Which, even though beaver tail probably isn't a dessert, it could almost be a dessert. Like if you made something and was like, I'm going to call that the beaver tail. I was going to say, Bruton, I honestly didn't think I was being any different, and I honestly didn't think you were being any different either, other than the fact that I obviously need to have sleep. And stop playing Forza Horizon 5 until the sun comes up. They couldn't spell it when the post office was established. Yeah, Ptarmigan? Is that even remotely there? Ptarmigan? Yeah, Ptarmigan. That's my only. That's my answer. Lock it in, Eddie. Drank a beer at like what, 8 a.m. I mean, I guess when you're on holiday? Are you on holiday? I don't know. You're probably not on holiday. I'm trying to come up with a good reason to have a beer at 8 a.m. I guess you don't really need a reason, because, like... $7 a.m. Ah, cool. Not a problem, short round. All good, mate. All good. Hopefully she's all good. Hopefully she's not too tired. Sorry. You're on permanent vacation, Bruden. Yes, I forgot about that. And yeah, I know, I'm yawning on stream. I do apologise, guys. You are not boring me in any way, shape or form. I'm actually quite enjoying this. I am just literally that tired that I can't avoid doing it. So yeah, please realise that I'm not doing it because I'm bored or disinterested in what's going on. Just wanted to make that very clear. You see, Tanana, that sentence, ptarmigan is grouse, in Australia means that would mean that that location is awesome. It have nothing to do with food or birds. That's alright, Bruden, you're permanently retired, mate. You live your life the way you want to live it. If you enjoy having a beer whilst you're flying the helicopter across the world, have 10 beers, you know, like, who am I to, you know, make a comment or whatever on something like that. Everybody has their things they like to do during these streams. Some of them are quite good, like drinking a beer, and some of them are questionable, like probably David jacking off Wes or something like that, which probably would be occurring. Yeah, basically, chicken can be very grouse. That's exactly right. Grouse is just more Aussie slang. Oh, that got Wes's attention. That got David's attention as well. G'day, I haven't heard from you guys for a while. I was wondering if you crashed into the terrain below. Garwin was supposed to semi-retire, and now he's already working on next season's schedule, and other teams have found out he's got free time. Oh, Garwin, you're a man in demand. Oh, nothing important, Wes. Sorry to disturb your descent time. You know, the concerning thing about descent, Wes, is it's all downhill from here. You've got 34 people you need to bring home safely, so you're trying to be a pro. If you succeed, let me know, because I've been trying for a while, and it's so far it's been a grandiose failure. So anyone who can change a tyre, check oil, and likes to travel can work all year on race cars. Okay, Garwin, I'm coming to America. I can do all those things with my fucking eyes closed. No, Bruden, that's only if he crashes the DC-6 in a remote location. I don't think it's remote enough around here to only survive on passengers. Look, Bruden, when people get on Leonard Rapier Airlines, they sign a disclaimer agreement that they understand that if this aircraft goes down in a remote location, that everybody will eat everybody to survive. It's just part of the service that they pay for. It sort of means that nobody is going to die of starvation. They're just going to die of somebody else's starvation. So, I mean, you know, it's not a perfect scenario, but it probably results in more lives being saved in the event of a crash. Yeah, I'm not interested in doing it illegally, Garwin. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I'll just go live in Montreal. Just come across the border whenever. Some Bruden chicken. You've heard of KFC? Well, this is. Well, Bruden's from the East Coast, so this is EBC, Eastern Bruden Chicken. That sounds very exotic. Why is this chicken $30 a kilo? Oh, it's EVC. It's the Eastern Vruden chicken. Ah. An exquisite bird that lives on a diet of beer and plastic race cars. That's not really a diet, is it? Oh well, I'm just going to go with it now. Brings a whole new meaning to the beer can chicken, doesn't it? What, living in Montreal and a job working on classic race cars, yeah, I'd be down for that. I mean, I have no qualifications, but I know my way around the, basics of a car, like engine and, where to find bits and pieces and how to check oil levels on engines and transmissions and all that, diffs and how to change diff oils and, I've done all of that stuff in my life, so... Yeah, E-types, nice. Very nice. Montreal's cool from what I've heard. It's supposedly got an absolutely epic car scene. I'm trying to remember who went there. Somebody went there recently on YouTube. One of those car programs, one of the more popular ones, was invited to Montreal. Anyway, I was just trying to think of the name, but I can't. But they were basically saying that Montreal has one of the best car scenes that they've ever experienced. I just wish I could remember who it was. It may have actually been Tavares? Why do I get the feeling that it was Tavares? I don't actually think it was Tavares, but for some reason my brain keeps trying to tell me it was Tavares. How fast am I going? I am currently doing 152 knots ground speed. other words, Bruden, I am cooking with gas for a DA40. Really, really, really shifted. Well, I guess you're going to have to find more juice in the helicopter, Bruden. Maybe you should, Bruden. Maybe you should. Probably, again, probably not a concern of yours, but might help the power bill as well, because your graphics card and power supply are not going to be working overtime 24/7. But do your bit for the Greta Thunbergs of the world and turn your flight sim off when you're not using it. If you like the Grand Tour for the stupid antics, Garland, you'd probably like Car Trek and Throttle House. And probably Mighty Car Mods, actually. For similar reasons, they have a, not the same, they're not the same as the Grand Tour in any way, but they very much have a antics and having fun element to their content like the Grand Tour does. Sorry, I know I'm currently facing a very interesting direction. I'm just got my legs stretched out onto my subwoofer underneath me, that's all. I like that the weather below us is slowly but surely starting to improve. It's really nice actually, because you're seeing little pockets of terrain and mountainous regions. And as we progress closer to Bolivia, I'm seeing the terrain is becoming more and more uneven below us. And it's interesting actually, as we progress, we're not far from Rhondapolis now. And then once we make our slight right-hand turn, yeah, so yeah, the terrain starts to go up again after we make our right-hand turn. And then I'm pretty sure not long after we depart for our next flight that the terrain's going to go pretty nuts. Yeah, we're probably about, before I zoom in, I'm going to hazard a guess at about 30 nautical miles from Rhondapolis. There we go, 26 nautical miles from Rhondapolis. I wasn't that far off. So yeah, you would definitely start to see development starting to curve below. Well, yes, Bruden, it's not what I would call mountainous terrain right now, but I've just noticed that as we've slowly got closer and closer and closer to the Bolivian border, that you get more and more pockets of little, you know, oh, there's a national park with mountainous terrain, and there's another one, and there's another one. Sort of, they're becoming more and more common, which I guess makes sense, seeing as Bolivia is literally just mountainous terrain. Wes is moving in his bandits. 210 knots ground speed. Not again! Thanks for that. Don't you dare crash, you bastard. Acting as if it wanted to crash then, twice. I guess the only issue with that, Tanana, is silver is incredibly toxic, is it not? In its like form that they mine it in anyway. Make a movie about that like Eva. I think it was 3 or 4 guys known as the Smurfs or something. Sorry, I feel like incredibly harsh to make a joke about something like that, but
you know, you've got to shine a bit of humour on every poor situation. Oh yeah, no, I know it's a legit thing. Like, yeah, that's what I mean. Incredibly toxic thing to mine. So basically, cocaine and Mountain Dew. Cocaine, Mountain Dew, and silver. It doesn't sound like a very healthy place to be. Sounds like a hell of a party, though. I'm not educated enough to, in relation to that to know whether or not it's actually an issue here in Australia. Trying to use the computer to heat up the room, but it's not enough heater going on. I mean, yeah, it's crazy to think, isn't it, Black Evo, that in mid-November you're still needing to turn the heater on. There you go, Blackadder. Blackadder knows more than I do in relation to
that anyway. As we make our right-hand turn across Rhondapolis, the most Greek-sounding city in Brazil. Either that or I'm just not pronouncing it correctly. It's highly likely that Google does. Oh yeah, it's an error. I know that. We've got shit tons of coal mines. Google does. Well, now Blackouter knows more than I do about black lung in Australia because of Google. There we go. Fix the sentence. Really? Blackouter, you're last? What's wrong? Why aren't I last? No, Blackouter and Black Devo and Druden and Josh Manchester as well. G'day, Josh. You've obviously just jumped in. Probably at Rhondapolis, I'd say. And I feel like there's somebody else back there with you guys as well. Still have 59 minutes to destination. Yeah, that sounds about right. I know I'm a little bit ahead of you, Black Evo, but that's because I had a CTD. And I wanted to find the closest possible airport to the magenta line. So, the flight plan is what I'm trying to say, but it's not coming out. Yeah, no, that sounds about right, because I've got about 40 minutes of flying time left to the destination. That just means that I'm going to have a few people that I can video coming in to land. So you guys get to have the added pressure of the whole internet, well, 18 people watching you. I don't know if 18 people is the whole internet. Be in bed before you land? Darwin, that sounds like a challenge. Probably a challenge I'm going to lose based on how sleep deprived I am, but it still sounds like a challenge. Already been tested on your landing today? Yeah, what was this rumor that I heard that you had a real life flight all of a sudden today? You're gonna back off so you can get drones? That's an interesting sentence there, Wes. Sure. Wow, when you said back off, you weren't fucking line, where you've gone from 210 knots to 130 knots ground speed. Don't fall out of the air. So, annual flight test, is it actually like a legitimate flight, like you actually fly an aircraft, or is it a, in a sim? What are you talking about, Wes? I've been droning on and on for nearly the last 3 hours about various amounts of slightly interesting and other amounts of completely useless shit. I drone you quite regularly. Oh, you actually, oh shit, okay. What, in a 787? I'm going to need a definition then on what droning means. I didn't even know that they flew 7/8 between Melbourne and Sydney. That's cool. That's really cool. God, that was a big yawn. I do apologise for that. So Wes, what you're saying is you want me to speak in a low monotonous tone like this with absolutely no emotion or vibrancy to my voice. How boring does this sound? Word. Oh, that's good going. I don't usually study for my blood tests either, and I always seem to pass. Okay, that makes more sense, Black Eva. I was going to be like, why haven't I flown on a 787 between Melbourne and Sydney? What is this bullshit? Actually, I have flown on a 787 between Melbourne and Sydney. It was a Jetstar 787. So we're about to enter the airspace here for Cuyaba. I'm going to just figure out how to pronounce this place. 2 seconds. Cuyaba. Yeah, it is Cuyaba. Okay, cool. Right, awesome. So yeah, we're about to enter the Cuyaba airspace. So I'm just going to go do another quick walk around, get the blood flowing, the muscles stretched, etc., so I don't have to perform yoga on screen like I have in a few of my Forza videos. Then I'll come back and we will be ready to put this puppy down on the ground. are officially in the Cuyaba Airspace. I might just back it off a little, so that others are not left 70 billion miles behind me. There we go. Yeah, still lightning, and there appears to be more storms forming in front of us. Which, I mean, doesn't really surprise me, because that's basically all Brazil's given us for the last 3 or 4 flights or whatever we've done recently in Brazil. So, I mean, I guess it's consistent. No, I was already only doing cruise speed in this aircraft route and at the height that I'm at. I just figured I'd slow down a little bit more. So I can see that thanks to the crash to desktop that I do have a significant buffer over a few of you. But it's not a problem, Bruton. You know, I'm here to look after you. Not a problem at all. Because you decided that a helicopter to fly around the world was a good idea. Yeah, no, it is very strange, Sanana. These clouds here that we're flying over with the lightning is a sort of a weird buggy thing in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Up ahead of us where you can see the sort of funnels and stuff forming above the clouds. That I can understand would be potentially thunderstorm weather up there. That's true, Rudy. You didn't actually ever say it was a good idea. Yeah, me too, Garwood. Me too. I mean, look, this is not so bad compared to, you know, what we've seen. I mean, remember when we were in the Caribbean and literally it was clear skies with the occasional cloud with thunderstorms and lightning just like slicing across the sky with no cloud, between no clouds. It was weird. This is at least semi sort of believable-ish that there could be thunderstorms in the area. We don't sail planes. We sail boats. I nearly said ship boats, but that's just not even a thing. So I think the most interesting thing right now is that despite the fact that there's these clouds and sort of thunderstorms hanging around, there's no wind, which just makes no sense whatsoever. Drew says, I flew into Bangkok yesterday. I saw very realistic equatorial convective activity. Right. Could you have finished that sentence in an any more complex way, Drew? You know, you couldn't have just said, saw very realistic weather for a humid tropical location on the equator. As opposed to, I mean, I know what you meant. Like, why you got to be so Drew? I know, there's a sentence. Why have you got to be so Drew? Because that's who you are. Yeah, no, I'm just winding him up. I know that sentence was perfect, Bruden. I thought we already established that this either has to be all about me or it has to be all about Drew. Drew came in trying to make it all about he, about he. And then I quickly tried to make it all about me, just to, you know. Yeah, Drew is very eloquent. Yeah, but Vruden, you've been here whole stream, so you've already had your opportunity multiple times. It's not my fault that you didn't, What about me? It isn't fair. That's exactly right, Drew. One night in Bangkok and the world's your oyster. Yes, Drew is an elephant. That's exactly right. You should see the amount of junk in his trunk.
You know what I like to do to her? Something I call a dirty fuzzy.
Catch you later, Mr. Fozzie. Have a good one, bro. Glad to hear that you're not up until like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning playing Foz with us. I feel like this is a very, very, very mature adult decision. I'm very proud of your progress, Fozzie. We'll, have a good one, mate. One night in Bangkok and the world's your oyster, and one night of oysters results in Bangkok. So if anyone is wanting their selves to be droned at this airport, obviously just hang around, let me land. We do have a few people that are behind me, so there'll be definite abilities to stay interested and interested. can hear what appears to sound like a mosquito in my general area. I think I can hear Wes's bandit. Alright, I think it's time to make some moves down in the altitudes. So, airport is at 604 feet ASL. So that's 604 feet age, sex, location. Read what out loud, sorry? Ah, yeah, you see, YouTube didn't show that. I believe. Hang on. Oh no, it did. I was just on the wrong setting. Freaking YouTube. So because there's no wind, we may as well just come in on the runway that has ILS. Which is at 3.5. I find it interesting that they plough these fields along the terrain lines and not straight roads. As somebody who's not really educated or knowledgeable in farming, I can only assume that they know what they're doing and that I don't know shit, and that I don't know if you know shit when it comes to farming. So I'm just going to believe that that's what's meant to be a thing. Oh, there you go. They do that in most places where they farm and the land is not flat. There you go. Garwin does know his shit when it comes to farming. Land is quite hilly, so I guess you could say it's quite funny because there's lots of hill areas. Oh, you grew up on a farm. Well, yeah, I think that makes you qualified then to provide us with information that we may not know about farming. A vibe I got that you gave off to me. So how is that going? Like, I know you spoke about that application thingamajiggy a couple of streams ago. Has it progressed any further? Is it, I know you were saying it's not even likely to be a thing that they're going to be able to get all the homes that they want because of the location, etc. What just happened? Oh, for fuck's sake, Drew. Thank you very much to Drew for the donation. He says, here's some equatorial convective cash for the channel. Much appreciated, Drew. 25% of that will go to Movember. As you well know, you are a legend. Thank you again for the channel support. Much appreciated, Drew. Much appreciated. What, they were ploughing for hilly stuff in Kansas? But Kansas doesn't even have a hill, does it? Like, it's literally flatter than a pancake. I'm pretty sure scientists did an experiment recently around that and concluded that Kansas is in fact flatter than a stack of pancakes. Alright, I think I need to get myself a new drink bottle. This one's a bit fat. Oh, thank you very much, Blackadder, for the donation to the channel. Much appreciated. Obviously, as I said previously, 25% of that will go directly to Movember, where we've actually raised $337 now, guys. So absolutely legendary shit from all of you. And Blackadder says, this is a contribution to help you learn more about farming. Thank you very much, Tim. Much appreciated. Actually really comment too much on that, Garland, but you'll probably find that a lot of the people that live in those areas are very prepared with their vehicles and stuff like that. You know, they have certainly got cars that make those roads like, you know, any other road in the country kind of thing. For somebody who was like touristing or not prepared to visit that particular area, yeah, I can understand that the roads would not be considered good. But I mean, those roads get travelled all the time by people with caravans and camper trailers attached to four-wheel drive. So they may be unsealed, but they're certainly not unmaintained, should I say. Worked at the satellite tracking station. Oh, okay. I mean, the best person to ask about Alice Springs would be Jason Strait, seeing as that's his homeland.
You seem to know something I don't. What's going on?
Because I mean, how many years ago was this going? If it was relatively recent, well then I don't know. But I don't know how Alice may have changed over the years and stuff like that. So. Oh, yeah, okay. Wes is another option, I guess, you know. Alright, I think it is time to set up for a landing. No, don't want to operate anymore. Okay, cool. No worries then. I'll just do it without it. Not a problem, Microsoft Flight Simulator. You have it your way. To get under the cloud layer here so that we've got a nice clear view of the airport. How you going? Welcome to the stream, mate. We're actually heading into land. However, we've got a few people behind us, so we're going to get the drone camera out. So if you want to watch some other people landing live on stream, you've definitely arrived at the right time.
Times when everything feels great. I'm on top of the world.
Absolutely, Garland. 100%. But you see, the problem is, Garland, population means that corporations make more money. So, good luck trying to convince them to get rid of the population.
Don't come round and waste my time.
Exactly.
A generation of my time. There is nothing we can do.
Why is my aircraft wanting to turn?
Break from breaking through. Don't come round and waste my time. A generation of my kind. There is nothing we can do.
Yep.
Stop this thing from breaking through.
Oh, actually, possibly, Black. Yeah, possibly could be fuel balance. Could be a combination of all of those things, absolutely. Fuel balance, cockpit resource, mismanagement, general inability to fly. Yep, certainly is, TJ, certainly is. It's been stormy the whole time that we've been coming through Brazil. Second time round. I'm hoping the weather improves as we head into Bolivia. Visibility is not good. That was probably one of the best landings I've done in a while. Alright, so we'll make our way down to the terminal. And then we'll jump up in the drone and hopefully we'll be able to catch Wes before he's on short final. Sierra Whiskey Quebec Lima. Is that, I don't think it is, but that's not the Rhondapolis, is it?
Suddenly, you ran from me. Nothing will ever be what it used to be. Suddenly, you hide from me. I found myself lost in a dream.
Oh yeah, this is a scenery. A freeware scenery. It runs really smooth. I'm impressed with that. Alright, let's grab the drone by doing that. And we want to increase the drone speed. Because a few of them are still close to 15 minutes out, what we actually might be able to do here as well, because I've got the photogrammetria scenery, might actually be able to go and have a look at Cuyaba as well. Jeez, Wes, looking good, bro. I'm assuming you're on the ILS. Oh no, maybe he is hand flying because the altitude's changing around a bit. Yeah, no, for a minute, just because how slowly he was descending there, Black Evo, I was like, oh, he's captured the ILS, that's mad. But either way, for hand flying, I'm impressed, Wes. Clearly been doing a lot of work on your approaches and landings, just judging by what I'm seeing right now. I mean, other than slightly off the center line, that would have to be one of the best landings I've seen you do, Wes. Really, really nice. Well done, good sir. Alright. Looks like I've still got some time on my hands, so let's go over and have a look at Cuyaba with the scenery add-on. And hope that we don't accidentally crash the sim in the process. This must be Google Maps stuff to be of this quality, this close to it. It has to be from Google Maps. Like, that, there is no way that that is big. Is that a tip? No, I just downloaded a freeware photogrammetric scenery, Tanana, that Calling Pigeon put in the Discord. And it's really good.
Like, you've got a cathedral, what appears to possibly be a school or something. Soccer pitch. Government house for the area. And we should have enough time to go over and see the shopping 3 Americas and then head back to grab the rest of the Legends Landing. Yeah, it must be taken from Google. There is no way that Bing has photogrammetric scenery of Cuiaba to that quality when this is a place of 1 million people. The airport's pretty decent for a freeware airport. I mean, you don't have any interior terminal stuff or anything like that, but come on. That's pretty good for nothing. Something that cost me nothing. I'd happily pay like $10 for an airport like that. That's pretty banging, I'm not gonna lie. Like, looking good so far, Mr. Blackadder. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, I mean, absolutely, Tanana. That, for freeware, I can't fault that airport. I mean, for freeware, all you can expect is to have a really good exterior. And that delivers. It's the payware developers that you expect to have, you know, the interior of terminal modeled and all that sort of... Oh, Blackadder. Butter. That is Lurpak spreadable if ever I saw it. Now we have Mr. Black Evo, but he's still a okay distance away. That's alright, it's not a problem. We can explore the airport a little bit more. The thing that blows my mind is the attention to detail. You know, he's got Petrobras logos. Yeah, no, that's fine, Black Evo. Take your time, mate. Got like an air taxi area, so I'm assuming this is the general aviation part of the airport. Azul Linhas Aéreas, TAM, Infraero Cargo. Looks like there's some sort of big shopping complex just off of the airport. This part's obviously not in photogrammetric, or there's a shopping complex and hotels maybe. This is a hotel possibly. Obviously oh no, this looks more hotel-y over here. What's this? Is there a train line or something that goes around the edge of the airport? I'm wondering if that's what it is. Like it comes out from the underground. And then you've got your airport train station, possibly. End of the line, that would make sense. And then you go out, you go up and over the road, you come down. And at this point you go underground. Keep following, keep following. Yeah, and then that would probably take you, it would turn somewhere and go under the airport and take you to the city of Cuiaba. I do use an Xbox controller for the drone, Drew, yes. I was going to say, these people over here, it must suck to live here, but this looks more like shops and restaurants, and that appears to be a petrol station there, and it looks more like an industrial and hotel area for the surrounding airport, which I guess makes more sense, because screw living somewhere like... I love aircraft. Screw living somewhere like that. Especially at a relatively busy airport like this one. To slew, press Y, and then use your numpad keys. That makes you slew. For the drone, press insert on your keyboard, and then it's automatically set up to be used with a controller like an Xbox controller. If you don't have one of those, you have to set up the controls. I don't use it on Bluetooth, Drew. I just plug it straight in because the Bluetooth is about as reliable as... What's something that's unreliable? Yeah, not a problem, Black. All good. We've still got Bruden who wants to make his way in. We've still got Short Round coming in. It is all good. Please do not feel like you need to be rushed to come into the airport. This whole journey is about enjoying the travel and not just getting from destination to destination. So I don't mind streams taking longer because people are enjoying what they're seeing. Roger that, cool. Just wanted to make that very clear. Shut up, Drew. Tanana, I'd say that's probably just because they're not fast enough to keep up with the rest of the group. I mean, all of us are running relatively quick turboprops, I believe. Turboprops? Pretty sure we're all running turboprops, aren't we? Except for Bruden. Whereas most tail draggers, you know, fly at about 100 knots. Is it considered a tail dragger, the Grumman Widgeon? I would have said it was considered a flying boat. Maybe it is. Maybe it is a tail dragger. Fair enough. Piston, okay. It's a cool aircraft, Tanana. It's really cool, like especially if you want to go flying on water. Cool shit, really cool shit.
When everybody's looking for something else they can do, we try to make it work this time. We had let go of our doubts. Let's make it matter, 'cause we will never ever come down. It looks like we made it. If your heart should break on the map of my mistakes, I'm here if you need me. Just keep on believing.
Beautiful landing there, Mr. Black Evo. Beautiful landing. In comes short round and he's P30. I've got the P38. He must be using a livery I don't have. Ooh, that was a bit of a rough one. Might need some new landing gear after that one. Short round. Where did Bruden go? Ah. How the hell did he sneak in that fast? Bruden, you dirty slew.
We have to be bolder tonight. Yeah, we have to turn darkness into light. When everything we have done comes around, comes undone, we try to make it right this time. We just gotta make up our mind.
My music director is, well, being me, has just literally picked music that I like the sound of. Doesn't matter about the genre. I figured that I sort of went away from the whole genre thing and I was like, you know what? People just want to listen to music that sounds good. It's all well and good to have categories and playlists, and I've still got them and I'll still use them from time to time. Especially for specific flights and when I want to mix it up, but I was just like, let's just play music that is going to, you know, have people just sort of like, yeah. So does that mean as the musical director of the channel, do I get a pay rise, Drew?
the same. If I close my eyes, maybe I'll feel you again. Hey, relight the flame. Draw it out with your hands, cover every inch of my pain.
There you go, Tiana. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cuiaba here in Brazil, the southern gate to the Amazon. Do you have Sirius XM satellite radio in Australia? I have no idea, Drew. I'm on a boat and it's going fast and where was I? Oh yes, that does bring us to the end of leg number 90. Again, I would like to make a massive shout out to Calling Pigeon for scouting this route, changing some of the waypoints to be a more visually exciting experience for those that did fly below the clouds, for finding all the sceneries for the various areas we flew over, the scenery from where we took off from, the scenery from where we landed at, the airport sceneries, just for being a general legend. I'd also like to make a massive shout out to those who did make donations this evening, of course remembering that 25% of those this evening are going straight to our Movember donation bid that we have running. The details for that are available in the chat with !Movember and also in the Discord channel in channel announcements. But ladies and gentlemen, legends of the highest regard and the dirtiest slews that I ever knew, you look after yourselves, you stay safe, you stay well, you don't do anyone that I wouldn't do, and I will catch you absolute legends in the next stream. Look after yourselves and cheers.
I turn my promises into lies, glow until the morning light, falling in your arms tonight. Strange, but it feels so right, so right, so right. I know tonight will never last. I feel how it's faded fast. Two hearts from a cloudy glass, never last. Glow until the morning light, falling in your arms tonight. Strange, but it feels so right, so right, so right. Glow until the morning light, falling in your arms tonight. Strange, but it feels so right, so right, so right. I know tonight will never last. I feel how it's fading fast. Two hearts from a cloudy glass, never last, last, last.